So today was a little bit of a different type of day, a little bit of what we call out of the ordinary type of day, right? It was a one-way type of development to the upside. Not overly aggressive, not overly volatile, but for the most part just a steady grind to the upside, right? And the way we trade this is using our market map, using the universal TTs, right? When the cash market first opened up, and we talked about this in the trade room today, right in here was about 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You know, the first 15, 20, 25 minutes, we had a neutral bias. You know, we were open to selling the top end. We were open to being a buyer at the bottom end, right? We had some good sweet spot activity in here, good trade location to be a buyer where we wouldn't have to take much risk. But from there, it just became quickly apparent all four indexes were rallying hard. It's 9/11. It's historically for the market the last 17, 18 years, I think out of the 18 years, 17 have been up days, 9/11. So historically, it's a bullish environment to be expected. So after that, about 9:45, 9:50, it became quickly apparent we only wanted to be looking to buy on downticks. And the Universal TTs gave us a great map to do that. It pointed out ideal trade location. And that's what the Universal TT does. It's a tool that we use that automatically draws out where the important inflection points are in the market for us. Right? In this case, it's going to point out spots to be a buyer. It'll point out spots where if you want to be a seller, this is where you should sell with very tight risk. But for us, we only had a bias to the long side, so at that point we were only looking to take long trades. So what we were doing, every time the market made a push to a new high, gave us a new swing point to focus in on, we were able to snap a new TT, like in here, right? New TT off the high, and this gave us ideal trade location for longs, right? We had a touch in here, and in this case, it's kind of an aggressive trade because we're buying not too far off the highs, but on a day like today, that's what you have to do if you're going to get filled, right? You can't wait for these deep pullbacks to come because they didn't come until, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the snapping a new TT off of a swing high is what gives us that ideal trade location, right? Time and time again. So here's the first one, and this is exactly how it looked at the time. It didn't look any different, right? So that was the first one where right after things became apparent that we should be looking only for longs, right past that 10 to 10 time frame at 9:50 a.m. Right, so a couple of opportunities for longs in here, and then we had this one right here. Same idea. Market made a new swing high. We go up here. We snap a new uni TT. Gives us an ideal long right here. Kissed it right at the low of the swing point, and then back up. Market makes a new high. So then what happens there? This one was a little bit more interesting in that it stayed within the range, and the TTs gave us multiple entries, multiple opportunities for entries, right? All through here. A couple in here. We were counting them in here, gave at least 5, if not 6 separate opportunities for longs, whether you were scalping or going for something a little bit deeper. Maybe you're scalping around a core position and saying, hey, let me hold a piece to at least test this previous high, if not maybe even to make new highs, right? And as the day goes on, it was the same story. So let's take a look. So it's, same idea in here. Basically, every time the market makes a new swing high, this one would even give us a little bit better trade location, but not too far off if we were still using this swing point over here. But the market makes a new high, so that's our new reference point. Market makes a new high, we snap a new one over here, and that's how it progressed for the rest of the day. But this was the one that gave us ample opportunity and multiple opportunities to get long if we wanted to. So yeah, using the TTs, definitely a different way to trade, a different way to look at the market. They give you a script to follow, right? They allow you to visualize, and this is so important, guys. Visualize where the market should go and where it shouldn't go, right? It's a matter of having a clean idea of what you expect the market to do with a high degree of probability. The predictive power of what we're looking at here, guys, is truly a game changer for any type of trader, whether you're a scalper, you're a swing trader, or if you like to trade like me, I like to scalp around core positions and hold those core positions for runners for deeper targets. Trade patient, trade well. We'll see you in the trade room.